Hey there YouTube. Gonna do a live event. I just set it up. It's called OBS test with Manycam and video Hangout. Right now it's unlisted. And I want to test out the new configuration I have here and make sure that I have something that I could easily do. And I have OBS running and I have Manycam. Manycam is set up to use the Logitech camera, and I'm using the Samsung mic, condenser mic. It's called a Meteor, Samsung Meteor. There. I just kicked myself out of the Hangout from the iPad messing with that. Alright, so let's join again. Let me call my, let's Skype myself again. I have that's the chair to keyboard interface here. Grab that URL and pop it from there. The iPad thing, it wouldn't allow me to go straight back, so I'm just gonna join again. It'll be good to see how all that comes out anyway, as somebody joins. There we go. It shows me. Cool. It shows me in OBS. I'm looking at the preview window in OBS. And let me mute myself on the iPad. Better? I hope. Hello. Oh, that's right. Well. I guess I better verify that real quick. Sorry, guys. Just want to make sure. Oh. Okay. I can hear myself on the iPad. I don't know why I don't hear. There's probably a setting that I need to change now that I'm doing this multicam or Manycam thing. Alright, so I'm muted. Okay, I'm muted on the iPad. And I'll go back to my screen. And as you can see, low bandwidth because I've got a stream going out, I've got the iPad going out, and so you know the deal. Alright, so there's a way to show this to you. Well, I'll just explain it and then I'll show it. But I've set up a scene that has from top to bottom, what's going to show up on the top would be a full monitor capture, and then the next layer down is a film strip which contains just the cameras that are showing up, the participants, and then the bottom one is the part of the monitor that would not show the control, like the toolbox stuff over on the right hand side of the screen, and it wouldn't show the menu that comes in from the left. So it would be, I want to make the YouTube live stream look as much like the Hangout should look, and or what goes out to the Hangout matches what goes out to OBS and out to YouTube. So for instance, let me turn off these, and then I'm going to share out monitor 2 once since I want monitor 2 to be everything. I just made a smaller window out of the Hangout so that I could pull it over to monitor 1, and now I'll share out monitor 2. and present. And so what I want to see is to make sure and look on the iPad and see what someone else in the Hangout is looking at and make sure that that's correct. And then go over to OBS, and I'm going to turn on that layer that has monitor capture sharing. So now I have a match between OBS and what the other participant sees. And now I'll just grab something and this Google Plus window and have it fill that monitor, and then we'll test out sharing that out. Okay. Get off my screen. Okay. And of course it just showed the URL, didn't it? Brilliant. That's a good case for pixelation. Who cares? I mean, this is just a little test hangout anyway. But if you, obviously for privacy, you wouldn't want that to show. Okay, so there's the way things are, and I turn that off. So it's now off of the broadcast. And where's that? Again, stop sharing. Back over here. And now got the Mastermind, the Hangout back up on the iPad, it's showing. And then I'll turn these two layers on. Back in the YouTube Live broadcast. There we go. So now it fairly well mimics in the broadcast. It should get the salient information that everybody would normally see without compromising anything that you wouldn't want showing. Let's see what else we can test here. Oh, I just wanted to test out, here's a picture-in-picture. And what we'll do is we will add, start with a media file. And what's cool is this is another way that you could actually share out information if I can grab that long enough. I may have to size that beforehand. Anyway, I'm trying to change the size of it. It may not let me do that. Maybe it's because it's media. But I can move it. It's just not responding well to me messing around with it. So I have to be aware of my boundaries, because actually another point I want to bring up real quick is that in OBS, my scene for the Hangout screen also doesn't include that top part that you would see that would have the Hangout URL in it. So, let's see if I can, there it goes. So you can make that a little smaller. Fit it over there. And it actually shows up on a playlist, and you can control in the playlist. You could have it loop all, loop one, and you can put several things in your playlist. And you can have all that going. So you could actually be, changing, for instance, let's say you wanted to go ahead and share that out, you wouldn't have to do a screen share. So I thought that was a cool concept. And then when you're done, you can stick it up there, or you could, then you could go back to that mode. Now, let me verify that again. Picture-in-picture. Let's make sure it shows up here. And it may be that these things get saved in the paid for version, but the free version doesn't. There's a lot of things that are in here that in the free version that are really great. All right, let's do the media file again. This time we'll bring up Sarasota Fountain. I'll stick that up there. And again, if you're sharing it out, you can make it big, you can do your thing, you know. What's nice about this too is that I can point things out with a mouse, or you know what's interesting? Let's see what happens. I can use the zoom it tool on it as well. And I've got that set up with a shortcut key. And so when you're done with it, you there it is. I forgot that's wider than the media is. So yeah, you can move things up there, and you could. And what's cool is it doesn't show anywhere that you're going in there and changing your sources, so you don't have all kinds of extra garbage going on. I'm sorry, I'll make this quick. I hope if anybody watches this, I don't want to make them suffer for too long, but I just wanted to get this out. And I want to see how this looks myself and make sure that it does indeed work the way that I hope, because this is the way I would like to do Hangouts. Yeah, this would be a really cool way to do it. And for instance, here's all displays. So it puts a nice little strip across the top. And so the desktop stuff, the only downfall to it is, let's say I pick Google Plus, and then nope. Pick something different, I'm sorry. Let's see. Let's just pick display 2. Same sort of principle. But see, it's the whole display. And then you could go over here and grab a live event page or something like that, and I'm not sure you could. Oh, custom area. That's what I wanted to point out about this. I'm sorry, it's getting late, getting scatterbrained. But the free version of Manycam doesn't allow it, but the paid version will allow you to do a custom area. So then I could accomplish the same thing without having to do complex things with the scenes, and it would be very easy to also. There's a bunch of picture-in-picture modes. You could have a main window with 2 smaller pictures, and then okay, so let me just do that for fun. Here's one, this picture-in-picture, here's the 2 picture sub-pictures, and there's 3 other ones that show up but aren't available in the free version. And the first one is like 2 side-by-side, do like 2 Skype your Skype windows or stuff like that, or top and bottom, or a 4-way. So 4 pictures in a square, Brady Bunch style or whatever. Okay, so we go back here for a regular thing, and let's see. I'm not sure if. Oh yeah, you could. Let me try this with a picture real quick. Just one last test. Anybody who's snoring by now, sorry. Let's just grab the picture-in-picture one more time and see if I can load up a PMG. See what media files types are available. Yes, let's try Hangout cover PNG just to see. Yes, it does work. So if you, rather than using the custom overlay in the Hangout, if I can put it in the webcam, then I wouldn't need this lower third down here. What we'll do is we'll take that out. And now I've got the silly stuff that I did earlier. Obviously I put that there to block my family member showing up in my video while I'm sitting here. And then I took some fireworks, and I did all this in Pixlr, and just used Terry Lee Britton's template to make it fit the right size. So this is very interesting that we could pull that over top, and that would be your picture-in-picture. So you could put all your lower third and whatever other stuff you want to put in here. If you want to be really fancy, you could go back here and you could do the 2 picture-in-picture, right? And I think, yeah, you have layers. It actually shows up as layers. So I made that full. And then I put this guy up here. Maybe play. Having trouble grabbing the sides of it, maybe. Let's see what else we can play. How about a little background music or something? Sorry, let's see. I got an MP3. Let's try. Sorry about that. Oh, what the heck? Just do another video file. But anyway, that you can use picture-in-picture in that way. So obviously I need to move that up a layer. So it was the order I put it in, maybe? Let's see. Well, it doesn't matter, it's coming out right on the screen, right? Let's see. Well, the text isn't coming out across the top. Alright, so let me go over here to this. There wasn't an option when you played it, but if you put it in a playlist. Anyway, a lot to learn about Manycam. I'll cut this off now. So that's another way to approach, doing this. So again, let's say I leave that alone, and I if I can change the size. There we go. Well, you can make it hard on me. Okay. At any rate, that's kind of how. So again, you just go there, and it loses it. Obviously, it loses the settings, but yeah, you want to have some fun. do like the idea that I can grab my lower third. Try to see if maybe I can change the properties. It doesn't look... I'm having trouble moving and sizing that thing. So, anywho, enough playing, and thank you for playing along.